Dear brothers and sisters, today I want to talk about Leviathan, the topic which is not emphasized. And some people ask why I'm talking about all this apocalyptic, all this demonic stuff. Why not talk about Christ, gospel, love? Well, the closer we come to Christ, the more evident becomes the fake Christ, and the more obvious to us is the evil that is in this world. Okay? When we say, naively say, everything is good, just love people, just smile, okay, there is no devil, there is no Leviathan. Well, that means that we don't know God. We don't really know who Christ is. Because Christ himself and the apostles and the Holy Fathers, for that matter, they spoke quite often about all the dangers that come in disguise of something nice. And the problem is that we are. The problem is not that we talk about Leviathan. The problem is that some people make it a phobia. They are afraid of Leviathan. That's the problem. But we are not afraid of any evil stuff. We're not afraid. We're afraid only of God and His punishment for sin. And everything else for us, for Christians, is nothing. We have no fear. Well, Leviathan, this concept comes from the Old Testament, and mostly in the book of Job, in chapter 41. We have description of Leviathan, and prior to that of Behemoth. Behemoth and Leviathan are closely related. And also Leviathan, we can find him in Psalms, in prophet Isaiah, but Job is most important because here we know much more about him from the book of Job. And the modern liberal interpretation is some rosy fairy tale. Oh, God is showing him a behemoth, see this animal, and then he shows him a crocodile, Leviathan. Look at this animal, and it's so nice. It's so okay. Some biology class. It's not about that. The book of Job gives us great insight into who the devil is, and not just the devil, because Leviathan is not exactly the devil, even though it's quite related. And all the Holy Fathers, they tell us that it's talking about, well, let's call this incarnation of the devil in this world. And it has this personification that it's like one entity, and it's acting. Well, you say it's creation by the Lord. Well, we can say that the whole book of Job is coming from ancient times, okay, probably before Moses, okay, no matter when the book is written, but the things, okay, what is happening, because we believe it's historical, this happens before Moses, okay, and no matter whether the concept of Leviathan comes from those days or from the time, the understanding, not the concept, the understanding of this concept comes from the time when it was recorded, okay, this is not so important. But anyhow, the whole understanding of the devil in the Old Testament is not exactly the same as when the Lord Jesus Christ gave us the full understanding that He is the enemy and there is no compromise between us and Him. between God and him. Okay, there is nothing positive about devil. He is the killer and destroyer of human souls and bodies. Okay, well, souls in terms of corrupting them. We can see, yes, you can say that in the Old Testament, it is not as negative about Leviathan. Okay, however, everything is there. It is inspired by the Holy Spirit, so everything is there. So the Holy Fathers, they saw everything in the book of Job about Leviathan pertaining to the devil, as we know who he is. So don't be fooled. Don't think, oh, it's a creature, and the God he is playing with this creature to achieve some goals in this world. No, this is actually a Talmudic understanding. This is completely foreign to Christian tradition. This is in Judaism. Leviathan is understood differently. Actually, there are different interpretations within Judaism of Leviathan, but generally they tend to be more positive. Because in Talmudic Judaism there is no evil per se. Evil is just a flip-flop of good, and it's used. Both are good because they're useful. Which brings us to Luciferian doctrine of this dualism and monism. Okay, that's it's all one, but it's two sides of it, like yin and yang in Chinese philosophy. But that's a whole different topic. It's Luciferian ideas implying into Talmud, Kabbalah, and many teachings of Judaism. We are talking about Christian, and the Christian understanding is the true understanding. Okay, don't be mistaken. And the true understanding of this, okay, put it simple. Okay, Leviathan is spiritual, of this evil spirit, connected with humans who are controlled and manipulated and driven by devil, connected with the social and technological systems and institutions in place which support this agenda of the devil in this world. Okay, I don't know if it's too complicated, but this is what it is. And it is one thing, and it can seem to be opposing. We have capitalism, socialism, liberal, conservative, we have this and that, economic boom, economic recession, we have different forces, bull market, bear market, we have democratic government, we have authoritarian government, we have this, we have that. It seems to be that some opposing forces are behind it, but no. All of this is like a snake. Leviathan is a snake, so it's always going back and forth. Okay, so this image, be it a crocodile or some other fish that was used to picture this concept, it doesn't really matter. Some holy fathers, they say Behemoth, Leviathan, and also we see bird. Okay, also all these three things are different facets of Leviathan, basically, of this thing. The Behemoth, with these strong steps going and just breaking everything, is like the sin this brutal force of sin destroying human souls, and everything is just going, and okay, it's brutal, it's clumsy, it has, okay, it's crazy, it's just, okay, goes and does what it wants to do. That's one facet of this Leviathan. Another facet is this treacherous nature, okay, of always deceiving, going back and forth, okay, complying to, okay, it means something, okay, it goes like this, okay, it's trying to hide itself in the grass, okay, never straight, never outspoken, okay, never, you never know what it is, okay. So this is why we have, for example, in these Soviet times, those who are like the fervent supporters of socialism. Overnight, they became so-called Democrats and okay, market economy and all that stuff. Okay, businessman, just overnight. Okay, they flip and flop like that. Okay. And same with the Nazis, with okay, anything, okay. It's conformism, okay. So and the bird is that all the ideas are very very superficial. The ideas that Leviathan is using, or some spirituals, for example, music, okay, of Leviathan, it's like nothing. It's okay, it has no content, okay. So many things that he's using there, like very light and okay, without something substantial, okay. This is by the birds, okay. This is portrayed by the image of the birds. This is not coming from me, it's coming from the Holy Fathers, this interpretation. Also, they are explaining the skin of Leviathan, or this the skin of Leviathan, or the scales, right? The scales, like fish, it has these scales that they are these are the, it can have different. It can be the sinners, these blind folk, the masses, okay, that just go and do whatever they're manipulated. They are told to do war, they do war. They're told to go shopping, they go shopping. They are told to do sin, they sin, okay. Or it's in the bureaucracy, the whole apparatus, okay, everybody does this, okay, everybody just does this, okay. This blind force is the skin, and it's very hard to penetrate, okay. It seems to be like so tight that even air, it's described, even air cannot penetrate in the midst of those scales. So it can seem sometimes that the whole, okay, the people are so united in their pursuit of something, in their blindness, in their stupidity, in their sinning, that you cannot do much, you cannot do anything about it. And the head of this Leviathan is the ideologists, those who are bringing this flock in the right, in the direction that they want to. So there are some so-called behind the scenes, those who are leading the puppets, okay, and they, of course, they're connected with the devil through occultism, through all kinds of magic, through Kabbalah, through all those things. So, and also, of course, there is technology, and there is this social and economic tools in place, okay, which are there to make sure that everything is running in the right direction where they want it to go. Okay, so having said all of this, okay, don't think that Leviathan is far away. Okay, it's the economy, it's those okay, people who are brainwashing someone, those technocrats or some other tyrants, authoritarian governments. No, it's actually not that far. The Leviathan sometimes portrayed as a python which is circling around a city, and it makes the city sort of in a safety, and everything is going well. Basically, the so-called world of comfort. Why we don't have missionaries, so few missionaries? Why we have not so many people are willing to become priests or to do social service, okay, do something for Christ? Because people, this breaks the comfortable life. This comfortable life that you know you make money just enough for your needs, for what you want. Everything is running, okay, you have this, you have that, you know only those people who okay, who you like, okay, other people you keep them far away. You have this world, you create this world which is safe, and you understand it and it's comfortable. This is Leviathan. This is Leviathan. It's keeping, it's the mammon. The Lord told us about the mammon, about the prince of this world. This is all about Leviathan. And also, so I don't think it's too far away. Actually, every addiction, every habit, okay, especially bad habit, okay, every weakness that we have is giving. It's like we surrender to Leviathan, or we embrace, we take Leviathan inside us, and it's living in us. Through concepts, through weaknesses, through some passions that we have. He is in us, not far away. This is the big problem. Now with the mass society, it became much worse. Okay, Leviathan in the ancient time is one thing. In the Middle Ages, it's another shape. Okay, it's the same Leviathan, but it takes different shape and form. In Catholicism, it's another shape. In Protestantism, it's another shape. In modern times, Industrial Revolution brings a new level of Leviathan. Now we have this digital and AI revolution. Yes, another level of Leviathan, of this control of everyone. Now we have this, even with this distance learning, distance job, people become even more closed in their cell, okay, so that Leviathan can eat you. We also see in the Revelation, the book of Revelation, which tells us about two beasts. Okay, in chapter 13, please read it. It's too much. I cannot read it now. In chapter 13, there is a beast coming from the water, and there is a beast coming from the ground, from the earth. Basically, the beast from the water is also related to Leviathan. Okay, it's also some manifestation, let's say, of Leviathan, this beast from the water, with the 7 heads. Actually, the 7 heads we have in ancient time that has 7 heads. There is no crocodile with 7 heads. Okay, but this Leviathan is portrayed like that, and we can see many things in the book of Job that. It's so hot that this water is boiling. Okay, what crocodile makes that? Or that any stone or any dagger cannot do anything to him. And at the end, it also says that he is king of all the children of pride. who is the king of those who are pride? The devil himself, because he was the proud. He fell because of proudness. He thought that he is like God. He wants to be have power, be king like God himself. It's proudness, and so all those who are proud, they become slaves or ministers of Leviathan. Let us be aware of these things. Okay, the more we love Christ, the more we want to get rid of Leviathan. The more we see Leviathan in ourselves, in this world, all around us, and we hate it and we want to get rid of it. We want to be free of this Leviathan, no matter whether it's coming through technology or through sinful life or through some wrong concepts, ideology. We want to be free from Leviathan. We want to overthrow the dragon. And Christ gives us everything necessary to do that. So there is nothing to be afraid of. As soon as we live with Christ, we surrender ourselves to Christ, we overthrow, we trample Leviathan. May the Lord give us this victory and keep us safe from all this evil. God bless.